Hi friends, I'm Arun, and like all of you, I'm also bound to the confines of my house for last 6 to 7 weeks now. Today I'm talking to you about my exploits during this lockdown period, a period which I'm very sure none of us have experienced in all our lives, and hopefully will never get to experience again. But here it is, we all are trying to manage this time in best ways that we can. Today I wanted to address how about all my exploits during this lockdown period. As it was becoming clear that this lockdown is here to stay, 4 to 6 weeks, there was an itch, what new can I do? And like a true blue professional, I went online, looked up some courses in advanced Excel, data analytics, artificial intelligence. But trust me, none of this is worth the effort today that I'm talking to you about. This wasn't something which gave me a heady feeling. So I asked myself, is this the best I can do? Well, then I got reminded, and at this point of time at home, this reminder may be coming to many of you. There was a forbidden kingdom, the kitchen. Now, let me give you a little background and why this subject would make worth discussing today. I've been in military school all my school life. After that, first 6 years of my professional life, I was staying alone in Delhi and in and around Delhi. And never ever the idea of cooking crossed my mind. I was happy to walk 1.5 to 2 kilometers 3 times a day to have my meals. At times I would pick up my bike or car and still go out and have my meal. The only thing at home that I would venture out was bread and butter or bread and jam, where even I didn't have to toast the bread. Times changed. We were moved to metro cities, and even in this metro city, I was happy to wait 45 minutes for an order that might have been placed on a Swiggy or a Zomato to wait for my meal. But kitchen or cooking wasn't a subject of discussion at all. So I guess I decided to enter this forbidden kingdom. Now, my earlier pursuits in this journey are limited to tea, an occasional Maggie, and an omelette whenever Kavita was away. By the way, Kavita is my wife. With that background, entering kitchen takes a lot of courage. I'm sure many of you would appreciate that. So I entered kitchen and I decided to take a look at Indian curries. Now, with guidance and constant support of my wife, I did succeed in a couple of outings on making curry, black chana, or the North Indian favorite of rajma to go with rice. And it was well taken. I guess my kids quite liked it. But then, while it did also get me some applause, but trust me, it wasn't the respect that I got, and that's what I was yearning for. Then I found out the respect in the kitchen came if you could knead the dough. And so I really decided to go to the top end of this frontier, kneading the dough. Now, kneading the dough takes a lot. So for the starters, let me tell you, you need a parat, you need the dry atta, you need some water, and more than helpful amount of generous amount of courage, much more courage that you would need when you enter swimming pool for the first time in your lives. You have to dirty your hands, and dirtying hand is what gets you respect. So very boldly, I did put my hands into this venture under very, very watchful eyes. So once or twice I did it with nudging and poking and guidance and interventions by my wife. By the third day, I requested my wife to leave me to kitchen to my exploits. And that's where the real experience is worth narrating. So you put your hands in this dry atta and some water, and you really are wondering what's going to happen next. So initially it all gets very, very messy. You don't know how to handle your hand itself. What will happen? How will the slurry come around? Now, I worked in cement industry. The closest I've seen slurry being made is when you make the concrete for home construction. Well, this was far more difficult. Here you couldn't figure out much. So you put your hands into it, you pour some water, you try a few things, you pour some more water, you try a few things. So it's a constant journey of hope, despair, hope, and then some success. Very typical about life. And then I made it. Now it's been 6 or 7 times during the last 1 month that I've done it all by myself, and probably not many people in my family have ever done it. For sure, if they were to see me doing it, either they'll be proud or they'll be furious. Why should I start this new trend? But there's something I learned out of it. And what I learned out of is the look of respect in my wife's eye for me. I can do art now. So guys, there's nothing to be scared of. All of us can beat the Atta boy. Here's the experience. Thank you. Have fun. Be safe.
Hello, I'm Manjunath Srivatsa from First Source Solutions Limited. Today, I would like to share how the lockdown has affected my daily routine and what I normally do. Well, being part of enabling function, I'm a little more busier than normal. And one of the routine things that I passionately do is to carve out some time to study, which I'm not able to do right now because of my hectic schedule. But I would like to share some of the things that I really do, which I hope will motivate all of you. I want to continuously study to acquire new skills, new knowledge, and obviously to beat the traffic. You must be wondering what is traffic do with knowledge? Bangalore is very notorious for traffic jam, right? So I find a way to kind of use that, time in the car to study. Like a good amount of time I have, while commuting to office or back home. I wanted to study to keep myself updated with the latest knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? We all agree. I'm inspired by a lot of my friends and colleagues and also my family members. My kids are grown up, and I also wanted to show them that studying is very important. I'm basically from electronics and communication engineering background, but I always wanted to challenge myself by acquiring masters in computers. Now it's at age of 47, you know, it's a little difficult for people to study, but I took it as a challenge. And before jumping into the masters, I thought let me just test the water by studying MBA. So I completed my MBA from Nasser Munji University with distinction. So that gave me a lot of confidence that yes, I can study, I can concentrate, I can pass exams and also get distinction. So that motivated me to kind of take up masters in computer science from BITS Pilani. I'm currently studying third semester, and in next 6 months I'll be completing my masters in engineering as well. So why am I sharing this with all of you? You must be wondering, right? I'm sharing because I thought all my friends and colleagues, they should also get motivated, inspired to do something different from what they're normally doing day to day. Okay, age is certainly not a barrier. And if I am able to do this at this age of 47, I'm sure all of you can, right? So you should find some time to carve out for studying. Surround yourself with people who could motivate and inspire you guys, and please don't fall into the trap of cynicism. I got a lot of support from my family, my friends, my colleagues, and obviously my boss and the company. We are now going through major challenge in the world due to pandemic situation, and it's even more important for leaders to be more knowledgeable, more compassionate, and find new ways of solving problems. The more knowledge you gain, the more confident you are in solving a problem. So as we all know, knowledge is power. Knowledge is a passport to success, and knowledge gets you all the respect you deserve. Use this time wisely to update and upgrade your knowledge by acquiring new skills and get the confidence to conquer the world. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Life post-lockdown was very different for me, like all of us. When lockdown was announced initially, I was very apprehensive about how I'm going to spend my days ahead. Today, looking back, I feel these were the days when I was able to pause a bit, had a relook at my activities, and organized my work under the new circumstances, and also made an effort to learn, understand, and acquire new skills and knowledge. One of the most important things in the period of crisis for me is to have a very clear communication and command structure. That's the first thing I put into force when the crisis began. Everybody should know whom to communicate to, what to communicate, when to communicate, and also get a feedback on what has been the impact. I set up an apex group of people who were getting informed every moment on what is happening. They were communicating to their cross-functional groups working across, and these messages, this communication was live 24/7. This helped us in planning our essential activities. It helped us in understanding what is happening. It helped us in liaising with the district administration. It helped in keeping our people safe and comfortable. Also, it helped us in keeping our activities going on. In fact, I feel that once a clear communication is given, once a clear structure is established, people will rise. People will rise to the expectations that we have, and they will deliver. Another thing that is there is that it is important also to mark and flag the various important milestones that we want to achieve. We had a running dashboard in which all these things were captured, and this dashboard was put up in the morning and evening for everybody to see. We could know where are we and what all we need to do further to reach where we want to be. Another learning is that in this kind of situations, we learn to differentiate between people who will come forward and do things and others who will look for reasons not to do. And they will always have ample reasons not to do that also. This understanding is very, very, very important for the management. Another learning that came to me was that we are all capable of doing things far beyond what we do. We have immense potential, but many times we are not able to perform. And when we confront a situation like this and we come together, we are able to perform much better. This way my team was able to do an excellent job as we succeeded in keeping things going, ensuring that our installations are safe and secure, ensuring that our essential operations are running, also ensuring that our customers in critical areas of healthcare and food are serviced even at the height of the lockdown. I think we did a fantastic job. Now coming to my learning and acquiring of skills, I feel that I invested this period in trying to reach out and develop myself by imbibing new knowledge and acquiring new skills. The knowledge that I was looking forward to was in the areas of technology, in the areas of polymer, in the areas of our industry, and I was interacting with a lot of people, with a lot of researchers, scientists, bureaucrats, planners to look at how the industry is going to be, what all we need to do today, so that post-COVID we will be able to do well. Similarly, I also attended a lot of webinar sessions with a lot of institutes and industries, and at the end of the day, I translated these learnings what I had into small short PowerPoints, short notes and messages which I passed on to my people every day. So I was happy that while I am learning, I am also able to translate my learnings. I am also able to take down my learnings to people who are working with me, and as a team we learn. Another thing was that I was able to take out a small bit of time for my personal activities and my personal passions that include reading and writing. And I'm happy that I could get some satisfaction out of doing the same. At the end of the day, if I look back, I feel this was a great period of learning for me, a period of relearning, de-learning also for me. Also, it was a period of trying to acquire new knowledge and skills which will help me and the industries in the days to come.